Hi, it's Darnell with Wave Oven Recipes, and today I'm going to be roasting a whole chicken in the Instant Omni Pro air fryer oven, and we're going to see how it does roasting up a whole chicken right now. I've found that the Instant Omni Pro's meat probe is never very good with keeping temp in my opinion, so I'm not even messing with that again. I've got my iGrill 2, got it in the breast. I know the thigh is going to be heated up real nice from those lower heating elements. Gonna leave it at 375, leave it at 90 minutes, turn the rotate off, hit start. Gonna go ahead and let it preheat, and then I'll just slide it on in once the preheat's done. Alright, the preheat has finished, so I'm going to go ahead and get the chicken on in there. See if I can slide it in on the second from the lower. Whoa! Oops. Get that straightened out. Alright. Second from the lowest. Man, it's not, is it not going to stay on? Let's try again. I think they're the gaps. That's the problem. The gaps in the holder are my problem. Don't like that gap. The gaps, you know, it's like you're putting it on and you get to that gap and it falls down. That's not cool. But gotta go ahead and let that cook. That's something else to keep in mind when you're putting something on the second to the lowest rack. You got some gaps there in your rack holder. That's not good, but something to be mindful of. And just gonna go ahead and watch temp and cook the temp here. But I do want to say here earlier on to cook that I know that top of that chicken is probably going to get overcooked, but given the issues with getting the chicken in, I don't want to have to try to pull it out to get the foil on top and all that stuff. I'm just going to let it cook as is. The top will be blackened, and I think we'll still be happy as far as the results. Alright, so an hour 20 minutes have passed. We reached 170 on the breast meat, so I'm going to stop things. And some of you who may be new to this channel may not know from my many other cooks here, I am not one who relies on carryover. I like to cook things to a certain temp, and I'm all aware about carryover, but you know, I like to cook it to the temp I like, and you know, carryover can make it 175, 180. I'm good with that. I think my meat probe is kind of in the way. I'm getting my chicken out of here. See if I can get that out. Alright, got that meat probe out of there, so it should be easier to get out now. You know, this thing's so slim. That's our finished chicken after 1 hour 20 minutes uncovered the entire time because I didn't want to go in there having to bother with that rack that is you know, got that gap in there, which makes things a pain. And couldn't rotisserie it because the rotisserie can't hold 5-pound chickenless. So we've got a finished chicken. Gonna let it set for 5 minutes to reabsorb those juices. Then I'll bring you back for some cut and plate and taste testing. Alright, so I gave the chicken about, you know, a little more than 5 minutes to reabsorb juices, and it's still piping hot. And I guess so. So, gonna cut on in here. We see that skin is definitely crispy. No doubt. Let's see what's going on in here. See how this thing does for roasting. The meat, you know, the meat's meat. It's got some tenderness. It's got some juice falling off. So it's you know, it's a tender cut, a tender cook of chicken there. So just got myself a piece for the taste test, but I think it did, you know, complete the task. And you know, I knew it was going to be really cooked over top, but it could have been worse. And blackened is fine like this, you know. It's not really totally burnt. I know for some of you that's burnt. For me, that's blackened. That's okay. But let's do a taste test. Alright, so thank God for this chicken, and let's taste test it. Got a piece of the skin along with some meat here. Turned out real good. I like that lemon pepper with the garlic powder mix. Real good stuff. The chicken, it's, you know, it's not super moist. It's not like Ninja Foodi Pro air fry oven moist, but it's not dried out. It turned out decent. It's good, and I like it. So, you know, it did get the chicken done. The rack is a mess in my opinion. The rotisserie is, you know, the cooker's just not big enough in my opinion, the rotisserie larger size chicken. And I am one who, you know, the cooker needs to work for me. I'm not going to adjust my life for the cooker. So I wouldn't use this for rotisserie, you know, big stuff or, you know, not much. And, you know, roast, you want to put them on that second rack level, and because of the gap, things are falling through. Not cool, you know, just not cool. So, you know, some issues there with the design of this cooker. You know, in my opinion, some design flaws there. But like to demonstrate, show you what's going to happen. Now you know, and it's all up to you from here. So, in the video description, lots of ways to help the channel. Also be a link to the full recipe. You can check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend. Leave your comments. Subscribe. Hit that notification icon. And good eating.